Hello there, this is Water Fiction here, and well now, this is a challenge that I did for myself. It's called Make a Hersheyan Fantasy. Now, what is a Hersheyan Fantasy? A Hersheyan Fantasy is when a youngster or youngsters goes to live with an elder and those who live with the elder in an unfamiliar place while going on various adventures and misadventures, learning life lessons along the way, while a possible overarching mystery surrounds the plot. So while you need to have the youngster slash youngsters, you have the elder, the unfamiliar place, and then the those who live with the elders, and then the various adventures, misadventures, and then the life lessons to learn along the way. The mystery, the overarching mystery, I don't think you really need it, but if you want to use it, that's fine. I mean, actually, I think it makes it look better. It really makes it stronger. But I don't think that's really a key wall thing for it, you know. Classic examples of the Hersheyan fantasy are Gravity Falls, which actually why I came up with the term Hersheyan fantasy, because Gravity Falls, if you take out the I and N from the word Hersheyan, you get Hirsch, which is a reference to Alex Hirsch, who was the creator of Gravity Falls, which actually spawned the other examples on the list, like for example DuckTales 2017 reboot, or it helped to spawn, I should say. Yeah, like I said before, like the DuckTales 2017 reboot, which I would argue that the 90s version, the original DuckTales, would be a precursor to the Hersheyan fantasy. And then you have Owl House, Amphibia, and Gravity Falls. Oh, sorry, the Owl House. I mean, Amphibia and Big City Greens, Amphibia, and the Owl House. Oh my god, I can talk. Seriously, I can talk. No, what order things was it going? That's funny. Sorry. But anyways, so then it goes to like what I call near examples, where like they almost make it, but they don't hit the mark exactly. It's like firing an arrow at one of those target things, you know, and like sometimes if you don't, if you hit the outer wing, it's basically you're not gonna hit the center. And then of course, if you hit the center, that's the hitting it dead on. But let's say you don't hit the center, maybe you get the wing right outside the center, so you're very close. It's like you're close. You're very, very close, but you're not there. Examples of these would be Star Wars vs. Evil. What's that one? Oh yeah, Over the Garden Wall, Infinity Train, Summer Camp Island, and the little short called Yo-Yo Toki Happy Ears. I actually had I looked that one up because I wanted to see all the works that the people who did Gravity Falls. I said those who worked under Alex Hirsch for creating Gravity Falls. What did they go on to do? Because I know that the creator of Big City Greens, Chris Sonnenberg, worked on the Gravity Falls, as did Matt Braley, who was the creator of Amphibia, and Dana Terrace, who was the creator of the Owl House. So they all worked under him, but I don't think those who made DuckTales or Star Wars Evil actually worked under Alex Hirsch or the other near examples, you know. Yeah. And so, that well, there's another problem I had too. Sorry, that not problem. Oh my god, sorry. I can talk. Right? I can talk. Right? Yeah. Alright. And so, because of this surge popularity of what I call Hersheyan fantasies, I said I'm gonna challenge myself and make my own. I actually have two scripts, which two stories but actually. One is the full-on script, which that's just for me. I don't know, might give it up. I might use it, might not. I don't know. Like I might, if I feel better with the animation, I might actually work on it. But yeah, you know. The other story, first one was the script that felt it was too dark. Then when in the script, it felt too light. It felt in the script, it felt okay, but I couldn't figure out how to really fully implement it. So I decided, yeah, I'm gonna forego the script and just do the story by itself entirely. You know, this is gonna be animated-ish. So like there's movement animation, but it's not full animation. Like they don't. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. Um, yeah, and like this one actually had a problem. Like it's actually the first one when I want to continue to key for myself, which I might show it off, I might not. That was not as fantasy like a lot of the stories, even though it doesn't have to be strictly fantasy. Like Big City Beans has nothing to really do with fantasy, you know. And then the new examples of Over the Garden, well, kind of has fantasy elements, it's just more horror like. And then there's Infinity Train, which is more sci-fi like. Well, I sort of go. More like a scientific route, science-ish route, you know, for that one. And then I decided, what if I did try to make a fantasy? I thought, well, what do I not want to have? Okay, what's shown throughout the thing? What I found out is all the examples and new examples I showed, the shows either have witches, those that are associated with witches, those that are based off of witches, and then those that are witch-like. Like they don't have magic powers or abilities at all, but their personalities and the personas kind of could be seen as witch-like in behavior, you know. And I also didn't want to do the fairy thing because I figured fairies are very close, I think, in concept to witches. They're very, you know, this is different, it's fun, the difference between the two. I feel like they're kind of really too close together, you know? And so, without further ado, here is my Hershey fantasy I'm going to give to you in the world. Wing. Up, pretty. Whoa. Greetings, mortal. My name is Connor Didier. I am a Jedi. Wow. How Connor, I'm Aiden. Aiden Dusha, nice to meet you. Would you like more Jewish for money? No thanks. Oh, hey, kitty, who's a good boy? Oh, someone with being powerful. Ooh, to be a king. Nah. Yes? Here's your groceries, ma'am. Thank you, young lad. Oh, but what about fame? It's kind of Aiden. He's so handsome. Look at our magic! Look out! Oh. Damn kid. I guess I have no choice. I just need to go to choice, so. He's alive! What? What is all this? Are you okay? What? Do you want to know if I'm okay when you don't have... You know damn well that I'm the Jimmy? Sure, they help people. Dear Hawk, welcome to the desert of lunch. Hmm? Why are you here? Come on, let me show you. Whoa, where'd he go? Okay, that's it for that little thing. I hope it worked out nicely. I really hope so, you know. Yeah, just tell me what you think. I know the animation and voice acting aren't the best. They're not gonna say the worst either. I think it's, to me, if I really want to be brutally honest, I'd probably give it like a C grade, like average. You know, if I could find somebody who could do like the drawing and the animating and the whole show with the voice acting, I'd do, yeah, definitely, you know. I definitely, yeah, definitely, you know. Of course, the only thing though is that they'd have to find some way of agreement, you know, so we can all be on the same page on that stuff. But yeah, do you think that this could work as a Hershey in fantasy? Do you think it has potential? Just tell me what you think, and I will talk to you later. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and goodbye.